Have you ever felt the cold, sharp sting of disrespect? That moment that seems to freeze time itself. Perhaps it was in a crowded conference room. Your idea met with a dismissive wave, or in a virtual meeting. Your contribution followed by an echoing silence that screams louder than any objection. Maybe it was a playful jab in a group chat, designed to undermine you under the guise of humor. A comment that hits a little too close to home. Internally, the world narrows. A hot wave of shame washes over you, quickly followed by a cold surge of anger. Your mind becomes a battlefield of conflicting voices. Do I call this out? If I stay silent, I condone it and look weak. If I react with anger, I'll be labeled as emotional, insecure, unprofessional. What's the right move? This internal storm is a universal human trap. We've all stood at this crossroads, feeling our power drain away. But what if there was a third path? Not a choice between fight or flight, but a way to transcend the dilemma entirely. A path forged not in the heat of the moment, but in the calm forges of self-mastery. This is the way of Stoicism, a practical philosophy for building unshakable inner strength. It's about constructing a fortress within yourself, so that external disrespect, like arrows, simply clatters against the walls, leaving the core of you untouched and serene. In this guide you will discover 5 powerful Stoic strategies to not just handle disrespect, but to use it as fuel for growth. This isn't about learning to deliver a clever comeback to defeat a bore. It's about transforming yourself from within, so that your self-respect becomes an impenetrable armor. You will learn to build emotional resilience and an intelligence that sees the insult not as a personal attack, but as a reflection of the attacker's own inner world. Part 1. The Foundation. The liberating shift in perception before we arm ourselves with practical tools. We must first understand the nature of the battle. Our primal, ego-driven instinct is to take disrespect personally. We internalize it, asking, "What's wrong with me? What did I do to deserve this?" This immediate reaction is the source of our pain. Stoicism offers a profound and liberating paradigm shift. In the vast majority of cases, disrespect has nothing to do with you. A paradigm shift. Disrespect as a reflection of internal storms. Imagine disrespect as mud being flung in your direction. It soils your clothes. Yes, but the critical question to ask is, was this mud originally on me? No, it was held in the hands of the other person. This mud is composed of their own unresolved pain, their insecurities, their fears, their unhealed wounds, their desperate need for dominance or validation. A person who feels truly secure and content does not need to belittle others. Their behavior, therefore, is a distorted cry for help, a manifestation of their own lack of inner peace. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius captured this perfectly in his Meditations. When you are offended by any man's fault, immediately turn to yourself and reflect in what way you yourself have erred. For you yourself are far from perfection, and you also have your faults. He reminds us that the fault lies in the perpetrator's character, not in our worth. The battle is not with you, but with the demons they carry. And as he also wrote, you become invincible by refusing to enter contests where the outcome is not within your control. A battle with someone else's inner turmoil is the ultimate uncontrollable contest. Architecting your inner fortress. Mastering the dichotomy of control. The core of Stoic practice is the disciplined application of the dichotomy of control. The radical division of all of life, as events, into 2 distinct categories. What we do not control, the external storm. The words, actions, opinions, and judgments of other people. The weather, traffic jams, market fluctuations, and past events. This is the chaotic, unpredictable world outside your walls. What we do control, the inner citadel. Your own thoughts, your judgments about events, your beliefs, your values, your decisions, and, most importantly, your voluntary reactions and responses. This is your fortress, the domain of your absolute sovereignty. Every moment we spend agonizing over the first category, wondering why they said that, wishing we could change their opinion, It's a moment we voluntarily hand over the keys to our inner peace. We are like a ship's captain cursing the wind instead of expertly adjusting the sails. Your primary task, then, is to become the master architect of your inner fortress. Your principles are the unshakable foundation. Your self-respect is the loyal garrison that mans the walls, and your reasoned choice is the gatekeeper. Inside, no matter the storm raging outside, there's calm and safety. Part 2. Practice. 5 Stoic strategies. For modern challenges, Strategy 1. The nonverbal shield. Your body as a statement of intent. Before a single word leaves your lips, your body has already delivered a speech. This is your bare ball shield, the first and most immediate line of defense. The Stoics placed great emphasis on gravitas, a quality of dignified weight, poise, and presence. It's not about arrogance, but about an unshakable self-possession that communicates, I am here, and I am grounded in my own worth. Modern science confirms this ancient wisdom. Studies on powered poses show that adopting expansive, confident postures for just 2 minutes can increase testosterone, the dominance hormone, and decrease cortisol, the stress hormone. You can literally posture your way into a more resilient state of mind. Contrast the archetypes. Person A enters a room with slumped shoulders, eyes darting to the floor, offers a limp handshake, and speaks with a hesitant tone. Person B stands with a straight spine, shoulders relaxed yet back, maintains calm and direct eye contact, and moves with deliberate purpose. Who is more likely to be targeted for disrespect? The answer is visceral. Person B radiates an aura of quiet authority that preemptively deflects petty attacks. This is not about aggression. It is the physical expression of the Stoic ideal of virtue and excellence. Start small today. Consciously adjust your posture during a phone call or while sitting at your desk. This is weightlifting for your character. Strategy 2. The Stoic pause. Reclaiming your time from the interrupter. An interruption is a direct assault on your presence and a declaration that the interrupter's time is more valuable than yours. The instinctive reaction is to talk louder or show frustration. The Stoic response is to reclaim control through deliberate, calm action. Your action. Algorithm. STOP. The pause. The moment you are interrupted, consciously halt your speech. Do not flinch or sigh. Simply stop. Take one deep, silent breath. This micro-pause creates a space of power. Shift the gaze. Turn your head calmly and make gentle but firm eye contact with the interrupter. Your expression is neutral. Not angry, not pleading. You are simply acknowledging their presence. Retain the bridge. After they finish their thought, do not cede the floor. Use a bridging phrase that acknowledges them while firmly reasserting your right to speak. I appreciate that point. To ensure it's fully understood, let me just finish the foundational idea I was sharing. That's an interesting angle. To provide the complete context, allow me to conclude my thought. I'll be finished in just a moment, and then I'd love to hear your full perspective. You have not engaged in a conflict. You have not been rude. You have simply demonstrated leadership in conversation, affirming your own value with unassailable calm. Strategy 3. Disarming the provocateur. The Socratic inquiry, the harmless joke at your expense, is a classic trap. Laughing along feels like self-betrayal, while getting angry makes you look overly sensitive and hands the provocateur a victory. The Stoic solution is to disarm the emotional charge by shifting the confrontation to an intellectual plane. This is psychological jujitsu, using their own momentum to unbalance them. Step-by-step disarmament. Neutralize your expression. Wipe any emotion from your face. Do not force a fake smile or scowl. Maintain a calm, slightly curious neutrality. The inquiry. Gently ask, with genuine curiosity. I'm sorry. I think I might have missed the humor there. Could you explain what makes that joke funny? The silence. This is the most powerful part. Stop talking. Proking, maintain your neutral gaze and wait patiently for an explanation. The burden of proof is now on them, 99% of the time. The provocateur will be flustered. They will mumble, "Oh, it was nothing," or "forget it." You have forced them to confront the ugliness of their own remark in the cold light of reason, publicly. You remain calm and in control while they squirm. Strategy 4. Tactical redirection. The art of rising above when a provocation is overt and its intent is clear. The most powerful response can be to simply refuse to play the game. This is not ignoring the comment. It is demonstrating its profound irrelevance to you. You show that the bob did not just miss its target. It failed to even register on your radar. Illustrative scenario. At a family dinner, a relative says with a smirk, still in the same middle management role, "Your cousin Pete is already on his third company car." The standard reaction. Defensiveness. Listing your accomplishments. Sparking a competitive argument. The Stoic redirection. You turn to them with a calm, even friendly, expression. You offer a slight, genuine smile that doesn't reach the level of a smirk. You respond with a neutral, topic-shifting question. "Speaking of cars, Uncle Sam, you're great with engines. Do you have any advice for maintaining an older model? I want to keep mine running smoothly. What have you communicated?" The comment was not worthy of a direct response. You are in complete control of the emotional and conversational flow. You have maintained amiability, making the provocateur's aggression seem awkward and out of place. This is the strategy of the adult who does not react to a child's attempt to provoke a reaction. You have risen above. Strategy 5. The strategic exit. Withdrawal as an act of victory. This is the most difficult, yet ultimately the most powerful strategy. Stoicism wisely distinguishes perseverance, the strength to endure worthwhile struggles, from stubbornness, the foolishness of banging your head against a brick wall. There is no virtue in subjecting yourself to chronic, soul-crushing disrespect. Deploy this strategy when the disrespect is a pattern, not a one-time mistake. Your clearly stated boundaries are consistently ignored. The environment is toxic and actively eroding your mental health and integrity. The strategic exit is not a frantic flight. It is a calm, conscious, and dignified decision. It is the ultimate expression of self-respect, triumphing over pride. How to execute it? You do not slam doors or burn bridges. You state your decision with clarity and grace. For example, "I am grateful for the opportunities I've had here. However, it has become clear that the culture of this team is not aligned with my core values. Therefore, I have decided to move on to an environment where I can contribute more effectively. I will ensure a seamless handover." This is not defeat. This is victory. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely counseled, can anything be more splendid than to have the power to retire into oneself whenever one desires? This is the final test of inner strength. To withdraw from a situation that demands the surrender of your dignity. Conclusion. Integrating the Stoic operating system, Stoicism is not a collection of clever tricks to be pulled out in emergencies. It is an entire operating system for a life of purpose and peace. It requires daily practice and conscious application. Every morning, begin by recalling the words of Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. This practice of gratitude itself builds a powerful shield, making minor irritations seem trivial in the grand scheme of your existence. Then, as you move through your day, make this question your mantra when faced with difficulty. What would a person of true tranquility, wisdom, and dignity do in this exact situation? Then, take one small, confident step in that direction. Your ultimate strength does not lie in forcing the world to respect you. It lies in the quiet, unassailable work of building a life where your self-respect is so deeply rooted that external validation becomes irrelevant. Remember this final, crucial Stoic truth. Your dignity cannot be taken from you by any external force. It can only be surrendered by you through your own reactions and choices. Do not surrender it.